Yo, how's it going? We're gonna do a little bit of Factorio tonight. We're not gonna do a ton, because I am super tired. I had a long day of doing a bunch of guest lectures because my professor was out of town, so I was taking care of some course sessions for him. And I've also got to get up early tomorrow for consulting. But we're gonna see if we can't get a couple things done around the factory and knocked off of our to-do list so that we can start to think about going to full Gora relatively soon. Before any of that, though, it looks like this iron mine has finally kicked the bucket. So we're going to go ahead and enable this if iron is ever greater than 0. So that we're always summoning trains to it. And we're going to pick the rest of this infrastructure up because we don't need it anymore. And we're going to go find construction drones because I don't know where I put mine. We have 252 in the network somewhere. I just don't know where they are. I wonder if I can summon them to me. Can you find and bring me 50 construction drones, please? Thank you. Alright, so let's get all of this closed out. There is nothing left for us to do here. I think it's actually going to take 2 train lids, because I think the station said there was 5,600 in stock. So that is going to be more than 1 train can hold. But after that, we can retire this station. And then the next big thing on my to-do list for today is to get iron and plate smelting set up. And I think previously I said I wanted to do this, which would be 8 blue belts of iron. I don't think I want to do that. I think that's way more plates than I realistically need. I think we're going to end up doing 2 1-2-1 plate trains instead. You can go. You will never have a full cargo inventory. We'll definitely use 8 iron plates worth of plates, asterisk. But a lot of it is actually getting used in stuff like gears production and steel production. And we've offloaded that into gears foundries and into steel foundries. So I really... Oh, did you get all of it? You did get all of it. How about that? So I really don't think that for raw plates, we're going to need that many. So I'm just going to do 4 and 4. This whole junction can go. There's -1 source of rail congestion in the base. We can pick these up and get these out of here. And then let's go see about getting this rail network connected down south. Ooh, we can also rip up steel production. I forgot about that. Yeah, all of this can go. You're not inside logistic bot range here, though. It is completely empty, though. Yeah, start ripping it up. Because you may decide you want to use this space for something else. These can also go. I think that was our prototype for this plate factory. So we can get rid of that. I am automatically trashing yellow belts, so drones will be along to take those off of me. All this can go. And all this can go. And all this can go. And as long as I'm over here, let's build the world's most overkill stone mine. Check this out. get 8 big drills on this patch. 12 big drills on this patch. Pretty good, I would say. Maybe even more, actually. Yeah, 12. 12 is going to be our limit. Leave no stone alive. And then this patch will be gone, and we won't have to worry about it anymore. So what do we need to do realistically before we leave for Fulgora? The list in my head that I'm working off is as follows. Number 1, get the plates factory rebuilt. Number 2, get a copper plates factory rebuilt. Number 3, get stone and stone bricks onto the belt somewhere. Oh, you still have steel in there. I didn't see that you still had steel in there. It's okay, I can come and put it over here. And then what's your problem? Why can't you find a place to go? Did I not name this stop correctly? 111 steel pickup. Why can't you navigate there? You go up through here. You go down here onto this track. You turn here, which you can do, onto this track. Come up here. Come over here through this interchange, up and around here, through into here, into here. I don't see anything that stops you from doing that. What is your problem? Hey, Wheat. How you doing? Something has that train very mad. Oh, I think I see what it is. And I think I know how to fix it as well. I think that I removed a oh, you have 2 trains trying to stop here. You need to go back to pickup. I don't know why you're trying to call a second train into that stop. Possibly because you showed up somewhere else you weren't supposed to be and I told you to go away. And then you went away somewhere else that I wanted you to not be. And now I have to tell you to go away again. No, he's still mad. Alright, we're gonna have to try and resolve this. First of all, I'm not sure why you're not signaled, but let's take care of that. That has not enticed you to move. This is signaled. This is signaled. This is signaled. There has to be somewhere that you forgot signals. Did you put in like an incorrect one-way signal somewhere in this junction? So confused by my steel train. I don't think I've done anything dramatically different from the way that the rest of the trains run. I may just try and drive them. And maybe I'll figure something out. Right, you guys are going way too slow at this. Allow me to help. It's not your fault, it's mine. I don't have a better robo. You're doing the best job that you can. It's just that you're not doing a good enough job. The iron train. Fine, you can charge. Just keep looking at my map in the vain hope that I notice something's wrong with this rail intersection. It's you! These two signals are wrong. They are pointed the wrong direction on that blueprint. We have done it. Yeah, faster bot speed would be nice. The other one that would be nice is, Roboport 2s, and just better power armor in general, so that they don't have to spend as long charging, but we're stuck doing the best with what we got. Yoink some of this up, yoink some of this up, and then let's go fix the stupid steel train. Pull some of this up too while you're at it. I really have to stop using that blueprint, because that's been an issue with that T-junction basically since the first time I made it, is that the signal doesn't paste in the correct orientation. Also, this is possibly the worst belt splitting that you could use here, isn't it? Like, how about something like this? And then you actually have the surplus of blue belts now. So give your furnaces something to work with. There we go. Okay, onwards to go and fix a steel train, and then set up plate smelting. It's you. You are my enemy. I no longer have a notification that the steel train is mad. The steel train is on the way. I don't want you to build this, actually. I appreciate your effort, but it's not ready yet. Instead, we're going to go work on this junction up here. You didn't bring rail with you. No, you did. You turned your Roboport off. That would do it. So this is going to be both iron plate and copper plate. We're just going to do both plate smelting in the same place, and we're going to have a ton of station berths to support it. We're going to hope that they all fit in nicely as well. But we'll paste everything down first and see. The only complexity with this station is going to be that I want... Well, these are going to be a little more complicated than that, but for now I'll just grab this. The only complexity with this station is going to be that I only plan on building... It really doesn't matter. I only plan on building 4 blue belts of output for plates, but I'm going to want to load a pair of trains. Iron doesn't get used a lot, but the iron plate train is going to be going to a few different destinations. And because of that, I have a 141 loading station. I don't think I do. I'm loading 121 gears, and I'm loading 111 steel plates. But I guess the structure... Oh, no, because they both go under. Actually, this one will be fine. Because it's probably going to end up looking like this-ish. 2 deaths. I need to go and fix that soon. Give yourself a little extra room to work with here. For now, give me this, but I'm going to rework the way these belts feed in. So all of this can go. This in the middle can go. These can go. Actually, you can come back. And we can snip these off. So that's lined up with the stations, but in terms of actually loading this thing, I feel like what I want is something like this. An 8-8 that comes down the middle. And I guess it would have to go here to avoid the stations. So these are going to be really wide. You're going to go here. And you're going to go here. You leaving yourself enough space to work with there? No, you're not. God, it needs to be even wider. That's fine. You can just go get a new balancer. Stick this over here. Because you're actually going to want the splitters to come in on the other side. You want that. And then you want this. And then you want this. And you want to make sure they can actually feed into the splitters. So you need this to be here. The stations are always too wide. And then you need this to be here. Oh, it takes up so much real estate. And you're okay with that? It definitely fits. Because this will run like this. This runs like this. This runs like this. This runs like this. And then you copy things down. I don't have moderator tools on this OBS interface right now. Huh. Odd. Extremely odd. Oh, well. That's a scam link. Don't click it. So we take this and we trim this off. We double it. And this goes here. And then this is 3, 4. Yeah, first time chatter, big fan. Look, legitimate peripheral participation is a thing. We stand lurker behavior on this channel. We stand reading things and never participating. But that only holds for as long as you don't participate. As soon as you start participating, you become sus. What are you trying? You copy this one, you knob. Oh my god, please, can I just get like a break? We're gonna have to go on a tour of the damn walls again. Which, speaking of, one of the things I want to have done before we go to Foldora is automated wall defense. So this is one station for one type of plate. we'll adjust you to come up here. And you'll fit nice and snug like that. And then we're going to have a second one here for the other kind of plate. So that is the footprint of just the stations for loading at this place. It's going to be large. In fact, it's going to be so large that I think this turn actually doesn't make sense. I think you need to go. I think I need to peel this rail all the way back. Well, no, before you do that, let's not get too hasty. Come back over here so you can see the whole thing. Put your corners in. How are you going to have these join so that the balancer fits? I know how you're going to do it. There is an 8x8 corner balancer. And we're going to use that. It looks a little ugly. But it'll work. So you're going to go under here and back up here. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can reach. Just stop complaining. Then you're going to have probably just a gap of 1, because space is really going to be at a premium out here. I'd love to do 3 instead, just to keep it consistent with everywhere else in the factory. Then you're going to come up like that. Which means that this track can't start turning in until it's past that point. And then this is the center line, which fortunately is lined up. So I don't have to worry about moving that. You will hook in here. So a little bit of extra that I do not need hanging off the end there. Goes to that. And then you're going to turn like this. Take you, flip you to go here, extend you, and then copy this whole thing, pull it up here. I mean, I think you've actually gotten the length exactly right, so it runs along that cliff. So that's a good start. You go like that. You go like this. You go like this. And then this one's super easy to hook in. Ghost that. You come over here and hook in. He's almost gotten it right in one. Then this corner continues around. And that's your upper bound. So this is the size of the station complex, and now we see how far up we can move this station complex. Which it looks like it's going to be about there. It's going to be as far up into the corner as we can afford to put this thing. And then just for funsies, let's go ahead and put this belt in because you know it's going to be there. No, you've done that all wrong. What you wanted to do is this. so right. Now, previously, I did say that I wasn't planning on 8 belts and that I was only going to do 4 belts, but unfortunately, big things are cool, and 8 belts is just going to fit really well. So, I wish there was something I could do about it. But there's not. That's what we're working with. Then, maybe it would be kind of cool, actually. How good can you get it mirrored on the other side? That's the length of the tailing locomotive. You can get it to fit no problem. It's actually real easy. So this rail is going to come up here. You're going to go up 2 and over. You're going to go up a lot more than 2, but probably not that many. And over. You're going to go up a little more. He's got it. He's done it in 1. And over. You're going to come back through here. And... wow, I think you've gotten it in 1 again. And down. So that's how the rail comes in. That's a lot of empty space in that terminal. But what can you do? I think we're just going to have to live with it. Next step, figure out where your fluid outputs are going to come out. So that would be here and here. Name these stations so you don't forget. This one is going to be 141 molten iron drop. This one is going to be 141 molten copper drop off. I have no idea if these ratios are actually right or not. In terms of like how much is going to be getting brought to these stations. But that's okay. Oh, it remembers the color. That's beautiful. So copper is close, iron is far. Which means that this one should be copper. It is, because copper is close. And then iron is far. So that's all we need to remember. Make these ghosts in case you decide to move the station complex again. Is it wasteful of pipe to have them that close? Yeah. But I submit to you that it's also going to look cool. And I bet you didn't think about that. And honestly, at this point, if we're not at least making an effort to make things look cool, what are we doing, you know? So we need to clear cut this entire forest. But I have no inventory space left, which means I don't want to start building that station, man. I'm gonna put a bunch of shit in boxes. Because if I decide to move that station after building it, with how big it is, I'm gonna be kicking myself. So take a bunch of stuff you don't need. Make sure you're out of Roboport range of your bots trying to get clever and build things. And then deforest this whole section of the map. Let's clear some space to work. It was a very ugly looking forest anyway. I do not miss it. And we should have lots of room to expand downwards here. As soon as I figure out how I want these foundries to work exactly. We may end up not doing rows of 8. It's because I feel like I've got a bit more room to play around with in terms of making them wide. But we'll see. And I might also run these pipes way back to, like, here. In fact, I'm almost certainly going to do that now. I can already see the problem that this is going to present. That's where you're going to have to live. Trim these off a little bit. Trim these off a little bit. Find a place for you guys to sit in what I hope will end up being the middle. Oh, you're gonna need 2 of these. Well, here works. And there works. We don't need to do this right now. It's okay. They can wait. Then, let's run these pipes over. Give me an underground, please. Give me an underground. Good. And then we figure out where these plug in. For now, let's keep you right there. And let's go grab 1 rack of Foundry. Because what I'm thinking is... Well, no, because this puts out 1 blue belt. So I can't just double these up. No, you could. Maybe. Maybe? What are you seeing here? How would this work? One, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you're not going to have enough room to do that. So instead, you're going to do this. You're going to move all of these over to about here. About here. No, that's not going to work. You have an extra step to do here. Grab a little bit of your blue belt. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. One tile gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rotate this like this, I guess. We'll have it roughly centered on the train. Then, grab this and pull it to about here. No, pull it to like here. You can actually have it be really snug. And then for this one, it'd be like here. No, they'd be down further than that still. They'd be... We'll just say like here. And then this... No, because copper is close and iron is far. So this one. Is actually going to be copper plate. That's the foundry. So these belts come out like this. Join in here, like this. Join in here, etc. These come up here. Turn here. Join in here. These would come up here. Turn here. Join in here. You get the idea. So it is going to have a weird little zag. Could you get it to fit without the zag? Let's see if it'll fit without the zag. Because then you could get it much more snug up to the stations. That would put it like here. It does fit. Oh, baby. Incidentally, this is why you never build anything until you're ready to build something. Because imagine waiting for bots to take all this shit apart. You'd be here literally for like an hour. But then you have a lot of dead space in the back. You also can move that pipeline much closer to the foundries than it was previously. Like this can slide all the way over to here, basically. And then you can live here. You can live... You can go back to living here. This is literally like, I think, where they were already. But nevertheless, here we go again. All this can go. All this can go. Like, this track specifically is not necessary. And is what I want to try and collapse down a bit. It's just there's so much empty space out here that I could be utilizing better somehow. And so what I'm wondering is, what if I take... I can't wait on that anymore. Where's the car? Are you the car? No, you're a tank. I remember you. Car? Car. Grab your boxes as well. Leave the wood behind, leave the stone behind, and then take the belts. Because this also has your entire wall repair kit in it. We just gotta go beef up the walls quick. This is the point where we're starting to bump up against behemoth fighters. And it's why the walls are starting to fail. They were designed to primarily handle issues with blues. How am I short on electricity? Are you joking me? We're really drawing 3 nuclear reactors worth? No, you don't have enough water. Wait, why is that only 120? No, it's full on water. Something does not feel correct here. Why are we only producing 280? You're really only producing 280? We gotta build that 4th nuclear reactor, I think. I'm not sure what's going on, but the safest option is just to build the last nuclear reactor. I will come back to you later. So I need 10, 5, 5, 10, 5 stacks of copper plates. Hey, Quaggan. How are you doing? I need 500 steel plate. I need 500 advanced circuit. I'm gonna have these assembler 1s. I don't think I'm gonna need those. You need to clear out so much more inventory space than that. Are you joking? Is this a joke to you? Probably don't need like 300 blue inserters. We'll come clean it up later. Don't cry about it. 500 advanced circuits and then 400 stacks of concrete. You have none concrete. Because your iron ore dried up. And you turned it all into refined concrete. Where are you going to get iron ore to make concrete from? I had one already. Never mind. Time for the world's most temporary rail station. Doesn't even hold 4 cars. You can get it to hold 4 cars. If you stop crying about it, that's not gonna do it. It's not even close. Oh no. This is a doomed plan from the start. Stop trying to make it fit here. Stop trying to make rail fit here. It'll never fit here. Come up and put it here in a sane spot where you actually have development. Signal it. Got so many problems all at once. 141 iron ore drop off. Please summon a train like right now. I think it did. Is that you? You're going to pick up. You found something to do. Copy this whole station. Fucking sulfur chest. Piece of shit. Sulfur ass. Thank you, train. Appreciate you. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Don't put the walls there, you'll never remember them. I'm losing it, man. This was supposed to be a chill stream. I was supposed to have only successes tonight. How did it end up like this? Sure. Time for your friend and mine, the 4-to-1 balancer. Send it. Don't know if that power pole matters, so send it. You out of underground? You are out of underground. Oh, robot, save me. It works. Whoa, we've done it. All right, where's my car? The nuclear reactor is gonna have to wait because I don't have concrete. We gotta add that to the Bing Bang bus. You got on laser turrets? You have 2? I would probably call that insufficient. Do you still have the chest over here somewhere? It's too late now? No, you really need to get lasers because your walls are being destroyed. Where would you have put them? I bet they vanished into the logistics grid, didn't they? If I were to summon a logistics bot request and say that I needed laser turrets, yep, they can find them. So they exist in the network somewhere. We'll just wait for some drones to come and drop them off. Is it you? It is you. Oh, that's Ruby. That's not Quaggan. I'm way too tired tonight. Sorry about that, Ruby. You're the same color as Quaggan. This has all the makings of just a disastrous stream happening somewhere when I'm not paying attention. Factorio is not a kind game to fatigued play. Which makes it all the more surprising that that Foundry array that we've built is actually, like, halfway functional. So far. It literally hasn't even turned on yet, but I have high hopes for it. You didn't bring repair packs, did you? No, you have repair packs. You turned your personal roboboard off. Alright. If I see things that took damage, that means they don't have enough laser turrets. Like this? Not enough laser turrets. Solution? Add more laser turrets. I didn't come to frick around. Try that on precise. Electricity was probably not really helping us, to be fair. You're taking some big attacks. But it looks like you never got an initial pass on fortification. So how about you have some of those? I'll give you guys some of these too. And how about you as well? Same thing here. Try that on. And same thing here. Good enough. Now this is a disaster area down here. Oh my god, I'm out of laser turrets already. Well, you're gonna be special then. You're gonna get 3 gun turrets. Because I've got spare piercing rounds on me for some reason. And unfortunately, that's all I can do. Unless I go get more laser turrets. But I'm not making laser turrets in the bus right now. So the only laser turrets I have available are whatever the factory managed to make before I tore it up. We find ourselves once again on a bit of a timer. And it has me feeling like once the steel plate productivity finishes, we may want to think about another rank or 2 of laser turret damage increase. Because the automation of a wall defense system is still quite a ways off. Specifically because if I'm going to automate defense on the walls, I'm going to fire uranium rounds on the walls. Because uranium rounds kill everything. But in order to fire uranium rounds on the walls, I need an ammo factory. And in order for an ammo factory at that scale, I'm going to need a uranium factory. So there are at least 2 factories that need to get plugged into the bus after this plate factory is done. In order for me, what is your problem now? You have iron ore. That wasn't where you plugged iron ore in, you moron. You probably plugged iron ore in like this. Alright, well, let's slurp up the belt quick. You guys can work on that. And I think that should keep you running long enough that you can clear this backlog of bricks, maybe? No, because you're pulling from the near side of the belt. So we're going to have to eat this line of bricks off the belt as well. But after that, you'll run forever. Now the rest of these can just go in here. Good? Maybe you have spare concrete in your logistics network somewhere. One can dream, right? You have 124 in logistics storage somewhere? Frick yeah, dude. Give me that. Not in logistics network. Do I have a split logistics grid again? No. Why does it only say that I have concrete in the logistics grid down here? Oh, because I walked out of range of the logistics grid. But there's not... I give up. Oh, and you're going to need an inserter. Yeah? You need to chill. This concrete is more important than you. Actually, it doesn't take that long to make concrete. You also managed to lose 13 steel plates somewhere. You also need 500 red circuits. It's going to be 3 stacks. You have them available. Show me like 300? Good enough. We take those. Logistics bots, do your thing. And you should be up to power immediately because you share with your neighbors, which means that our grid should now be producing 489. Okay. 489 should be good enough for a while. So with that out of the way... Oh, hey, the stone mine is dead. Killer. So now it's... Oh, this track can also go. That steel station never really made sense where it was anyway. I'm glad to have it gone. So now it's just you generating stone for me. And all of your work... Hey, you'll be fine. There's a time for solving throughput issues. It's not now. I'm going to make a couple more tweaks to this plate factory up here, and then we should be good to turn it on. The biggest tweak is going to be... No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Don't you dare start building this yet. First thing I want to try and do is condense this. We can save a lot of space. Oh. The first thing I want to do is condense this. We have a lot of space that we can save by just bumping this thing up a little bit. To about here. And then with that space savings, we can move the intersection back a bit. And then with the intersection moved back a bit, maybe we can find something else that fits there even better. So you can go here instead. And I still don't love how much empty space there is out here. But I think it's a situation where we're just going to have to deal with it. This is just a big, chunky factory up here, and there's only so much that we can do to get it to move around. So let's put belt in. We're not going to use all of this, but we'll just put it in for now. We'll do one line of inserters down here. We'll do one line of power poles down here. I think they look a little fun if they're kind of offset like this. I think that is a good opportunity to inject a bit of tasteful asymmetry into things. And then this power line is going to run all the way across. It's also going to reach over there. And then we'll also want to put piping in. Yeah. Yeah, that's much cooler. And then the iron is going to run up this way. God, there's a lot of these. Probably a good thing we upgraded the nuclear reactor when we did. Alright, from there we should just be able to copy-paste on the bottom. Grab you. You go here, 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 here. Oh, I forgot the underground here. There we go. You don't actually need an underground, though. So really, this is the one you want to be copying. Yeah, that makes more sense. That wall is stressing me out, man. I think I need to make an ammo foundry much earlier than I was thinking. Also, this is not exactly right. Because that's going to be copper pipe. So this is going to be iron. And then you'll attach it to this. And now you've identified a fundamental flaw with not putting enough space in between your belt. At a point... Well, no, it's not too late to change that. You just slide this over 2. 1, 2. Still fits. Still fits. And still fits. And then you slide this over 2. And it should still fit because it's not really arguing with anything else in this spot right now. Oh, you fucker. This fucking dry, hairy tree. Grabbed a bit of the rail there as well. Do it from the map. It's so much easier than trying to do it on the ground. Here. Slide this back 1, 2. Grab the entire belt apparatus. Slide this down here. Come and fix your power pole. Little something like that. And then I think you're safe to run your belt. So you can copy this. You need to copy the power as well. You want a tile like this. This is your tile. That's the tile that you want. And then rework your belt. I think the other problem we might be having with biters is that our pollution cloud is way bigger than it was before. We're off of using dirty power, so it's not like it's coal attracting things anymore. But those big drills running with speed 2s in them kick up an absolutely enormous amount of pollution. So it wouldn't surprise me if that was a problem we're having as well. Now, they can take you. Reparameterize you to be copper. Create. Flip you horizontally. Save you in my inventory briefly. I don't need you. Destroy this whole belt because you're about to replace it. And then replace everything with copper. And then the only touch-up you're going to have to do is at the top. Because you need to carry this iron belt through. Or this iron pipe. And then it would be fun if you just mirrored the way that the copper belt flowed. My streams are amazing and you're a big fan. You'd love to connect and support me further. Oh boy, that sounds great. Do you have some sort of Discord address where I can reach you? I can't wait to chat and connect and meet more of my fans. Yeah, I accidentally logged myself out of my mod profile on Twitch somehow. So until I remember how to actually log back into it, I am unable to delete spam chat messages, which is a little annoying to me right now, but not so annoying that I'm gonna stop stream and figure out how to fix it. Also, what's up, Azure? What's up, Farm? I don't think that I can really afford to put this off. There's so much good stuff that I want to get out of Volcanus Tech. But our walls are, like, buckling at the seams. I have to. It's expensive, but I have to. Did I see your reveal? I did. You're playing with CTH this month. Now make sure your pipes are correct before you screw all of this up. This should be iron. It is iron. Follow it down. It's the one on the outside. It goes to iron. Good. The one on the inside should be copper. It is. Good. I think... No, there is one more step. you need to connect these electrical grids. Now, I think you're ready to have drones work on building this. This is the biggest thing we will have constructed to date. So I'm going to move this intersection, and then I'm going to put my roboports down. And then we are going to summon some construction bots to get to work on this little project, because we are a long ways away from any other logistics grid that we can talk to right now. But this is the last thing that we need to plug in to be done with building new foundries. This is the last upgrade for our materials processing for the time being. And while we could do stuff like copper wire and iron plates in foundries for green circuits, I'm gonna save those until we get the electromagnetic plant out of Fulgora. Got destroyed from your promotion ballot work because of budget cuts from relocation assistance? Because all your stuff comes from Canada? Yeah, good luck, bud. Join the club. I'm just waiting for the executive order that dismantles the Department of Education, so that I can remind my family why we're looking for international jobs when we want to stay in education. Are you connected to circuit? You are connected to circuit. Okay. You out of track? You're not out of track. Where are you going to get power from this thing from nearby? The copper mine? Yeah, I think the copper mine. Oh, God. Oh, God. I know I said we were modernizing the electrical grid, but we can do that after we get drone coverage out of that site. So... how about you guys all get to work building, huh? Maybe put it next to one that has power. You're going to need lots of belt, lots of above ground, lots of underground pipe. You're going to need foundries. You're going to need rail, probably. I think that's all I can help you with what's on me now. So we're going to have to go visit the mall. We can relieve some of these foundries now that we're done with the planning phase. And we can ignore these foundries. Hello, oil train level. No, that's not an oil train. That's a molten iron train. Hello, molten iron train level, Lucy. Like, for real, I can't moderate people, man. I'm mad. It's fine. We'll debug it later. So what do you need? You need to figure out what you're bringing with you down there. You need to bring probably like 3 stacks of medium power poles. So let's grab that. I'll grab like 6 just in case. You're probably going to need steel chest. You're probably going to need stack inserter. which is around here somewhere. There it is. You're probably going to need Foundry. You're probably going to need a mountain of blue belt. Like, 400 is not going to cut it. You probably need more rail. You probably need more blue splitter. Why do we only have 9 blue splitter? You guys are short on gears? Why are you short on gears? You're not producing enough molten iron because you're not producing enough calcite. No, calcite's backed up. It's because both of the molten iron trains are running right now? Where are they? Why? Did I not circuit control this station? No, I did. Why do you... Oh, because you don't have buffer chests for it. Oh. That's why. It's like, this station should not be summoning trains this often. Can you guys come set this up? And then you need to go back to pickup. When the next train pulls in, that next train is also going to need to go to pickup. I'm just gonna wait for it while I'm here. You can immediately leave. You don't need to be here. That's why. That station kept hogging all of the molten iron, because that station was set to never turn off, and more than one train, like, every molten iron train was trying to go there constantly. So the molten iron trains weren't running anywhere else. But that should be resolved now, at least. You also probably should have brought more construction drones with you. How many of those bad boys do you think you got in logistics storage? You're not making them yet. I'll make some by hand. Give me a stack of green. Take me down to the rocket silos. Give me a stack of flying robot frames. The train of fluid versus tanks of fluid sizing has messed you up too. They should be flipped, honestly. Like, if you want to get hit with a heavy IMO, the train car should be 25k and the tank should be 50k. It would make train logistics quite a bit easier. If by easier you just want like a really lazy solution. Alright, get to work. And then here's all the extra crap you're going to need to get to work. Oh, you didn't bring foundries! Go get foundries. You're going to need 96 times 2. You're going to need 192 foundries. That's fine. We make those. We ship 100 at a time. It's only going to take 2 Volcanos rockets. It's not that bad. And then, oh man, I'm turning you the fuck off. I'm ripping all of that out. There's no escape for you. Foundries. You overshot it. You need to head to your rocket control hub. Cargo landing pad. That's what I said. At least switching the calcite import from 500 to 5,000 worked. The calcite is finally backed up. So we're only really limited on how often the iron ore trains can run and how often the molten iron trains can run, which I'm fine as the limitation. If my system is bottlenecked by train frequency, almost had me. If my system is bottlenecked by train frequency, that's fine. Because I could always just plug more trains into the network if I need to. Alright, you guys knock yourself out. Actually, you might need more robot coverage. Yeah, you're gonna need way more robot coverage. I can do that for you. I am going to need to pilfer some of these power poles, though, if you don't mind. As those gradually come online, they will work on building things out. I'm going to need one hub about here to connect both sides of this logistics network. And probably one about here again to do the same thing. And then we'll just mirror that same setup on the other side, so that my construction drones can reach down here as well. Get rid of these trees. The enemy. And knock yourself out. This will now build itself. Very slowly over time. But it'll build itself enough such that I can just walk away and let it happen. Make sure your circuit conditions are set correctly as well, actually, before you leave. So these are iron... Yeah, see, these are not iron gear pickup. These are iron plate pickup. So anytime iron plate is greater than 100 times 48 times 4, you can summon a train. Same goes for you. And then down here, anytime copper plate same doesn't go for you, your copper plate. Anytime copper plate greater than 48 times 4 times 100 copper, then your iron, and your iron. And then you need to get circuited. You are circuited. I set you up already. You are circuited. I set you up already. And you have your buffer tanks in place. I do need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rail stations down here. And then I also need 24 pumps, and I need about 10 tanks. And I need the above ground elevated rail sections. So let's go grab those. Anything else I'm forgetting? We'll figure it out. I believe that I have those things, and my drones just don't know where to find them. So I'm going to choose to not believe them. Oh, look at all this empty space. 500 steel per minute used to be made here. Now it's a ghost town. Right, excellent job, etc., etc. I need to grab from you tanks. I need to grab from you more engines than I currently have, so we're going to need to go to the engine factory for that. Well, not necessarily the engine factory. We need to go to a place that harbors engines. Which is going to be like the electric engine factory, probably. Like. Hello, Iron Ore Train. Lovely to see you. Have a safe trip down to the Foundry. And then you also need steel for that. That we can get back at the... Right about here. Here. You forgetting anything else you needed? Yeah, you need like 150 undergrounds. Oh, but I don't have gears. I simply can't make anything without my gears. What the hell? Oh, there's a problem here. What a devious problem. You are actually the one who needs the circuit condition. You are enabled when fast underground is less than 2,000. That's why this isn't getting made. It's because the red belt's capped out on quantity, but they're just not sitting in the box that they're supposed to sit in. Wow, 100 times 40. 4K. And then I bet you have the same problem. No, you don't. Why aren't you? You don't have gears. You're not requesting gears. Why are you not requesting gears? One might ask. One wouldn't really have an answer. But it does explain a lot. You're fine. And then you immediately stop working again. Because you have no undergrounds, because you have no gears. But you're not inserting. Because we have more than 2,000 fast underground belts. These need to be... requester chests? That request only undergrounds? So you probably also need to be a requester chest that only requests red belts. And then you already request red splitters, and that's fine. Oh, no, you don't need to request red splitters. You, instead, can be a requester for red splitters. And the only reason we have to do this is because previously we were producing them elsewhere. And now we're not anymore. So you are going to need to request undergrounds. You are going to need to request normal yellows. And you are going to need to request yellow splitters. Yeah? Yeah. And we only have to do that until we clear the backlog of garbage that we took out of the old belt factory. And once that queue of garbage is cleared, we can replace those with storage chests again. You still need 26 blues. Sure. Hey, technically, you don't even need to do that. You have 100 on you. You need 10 greens. You just didn't put them in the box. Tanks, you got. Stations. Train stations. And then 2 elevated rail section. And 2 rail transition. It really should be 4. It is 4. You need 4 and 4. It's just one of them is out of construction ground range. So why are you so slow? Oh, because military is not keeping up. Because you're researching a military infinite right now. Also, you're caught up. You are allowed to make refined concrete again. that should be everything we need to finish the plate foundry. I cannot believe that this copper mine is not dead yet. Wow, there's actually a lot in there still. 119k. Those drills are going full time. This one's going to be a nice one to upgrade with the big drills as well. It's already really productive with just normal miners. There you go. Plug all these undergrounds in. Plug all these normal inserters in. And then why don't you have power all the way down here? Oh, because you'd have to work your way back up. I see what's going on. Yeah, we're about to summon a lot more requests into this network, unfortunately. Do you guys have spare power poles for me? Or have you eaten through all of them? You do! You beauty. If we just get one of these drone hubs to turn on, the rest will turn each other on. So I'm going to put in the necessary poles manually. There we go. These should all start charging now, which means as soon as they're done charging, they're going to bombard the network with a bunch of extra shit that they need. Another 64 foundries, another 44 greens. But I'm already down here. I'll go ahead and put some of it together. I don't mind helping. I am a friend of the robots. And then I think the only thing we're going to need down here is foundries. And we're waiting on our next Volcana shipment for that, and it is on the way. Look at all the calcite. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. Really out of blue belt already? No, it's just the drones have queued it already. They don't want you to do it. So, if a train... Well, a train can't rock up to this station because we haven't actually connected it to the rail network. But if a train, hypothetically, were to rock up to this factory, it would be able to make items. You need one stack inserter somewhere? Knock yourself out. So that's the rail interchange done. And now we just need to connect it up here. Which... I'm going to be lazy about it because I don't want to move the water station yet. But eventually we're going to rip this water station out because it's in the world's most inconvenient location. In the meantime, we're just going to do this. Right about there. Right about there. into there. So after I walk the drones through building this rail, all of my trains will be able to see this wonderful new factory, and they will come pouring in to drop off your very vital cargo. You just fucking wait, biters. Ugh, they're almost through over there. Should probably go fix that now. I'm kind of right there. So I wanted to get military science up after this, and then I wanted to rebuild purple science and yellow science to get them up to 300 science per minute spec, or whatever it is we're actually operating off of right now. That's not going to tell you, because your military science production is loathful. But I don't think I can put off this wall any longer. So the next project that we need to undertake is the automation of defense on this wall. And that's going to involve one very complicated step, and then it's going to involve one very not complicated but tedious step. The complicated step is building a repair train that's probably going to stop at the bus, or the mall, to pick up all of the things that it needs in order to ensure the safety and welfare of the wall environment down here. And then the other thing that we're going... Oh, we've got so many turrets down here. And then the other thing that we're going to need is a munitions factory. And the munitions factory is going to make a lot of shit. It's going to make uranium rounds, because that's going to be the primary turret that we shift to for automated wall defense. But it's also going to make artillery, and it's also going to make artillery shells, and it's also going to make cannon shells, and it's also going to make the piercing rounds that we use in military science. Because as long as we're making uranium ammo, which is definitely not going to need 100% uptime, we might as well make piercing rounds while we're over there. Did all of these trains stop here already? He's chilling, man. He's fine. And we have plate income. It's working. The grid hates it. We have actually spiked the grid again already. That's concerning. We might need to build a second... We might need to build a second nuclear reactor complex. How much of that have I automated in the mall? We need to go ask the mall some very pointed questions about what it's making. That's crazy. I didn't think we were going to use that much power. I mean, I know it's just because the whole thing is spinning up right now. And we're not actually going to be using that much power all the time. But the fact that even when, like, a third of these foundries turn on, it's not even making copper plates. It's literally just the iron plate foundries running. And then it's probably these things running because we just picked up a bunch of molten iron. The fact that that's enough to spike the grid is crazy. So we are making heat pipe. That's great news. We also need to be making heat exchanger. And we do, yeah, we do make pipe now. So we need to be making that. Where's my AM3s? Here's my AM3s. And then we also need to be making steam turbines. So you're going to be heat exchangers. In your storage chest, you are going to hold heat exchangers. For your inserter, you are going to enable when heat exchanger is less than 50 times 40. And you are going to request heat exchanger materials. And then you are going to be a steam turbine. So you are going to pull from here, put into here. Your logistic filter is a steam turbine. You are going to have this circuit network extended to you. You are only going to run when you are less than 10 times 40, because you don't stack very high. You're going to make these, and you are going to copy that request. Then, because the iron and copper plate factories are technically alive, we are going to destroy this stop because we no longer want iron ore delivered here. And we're going to destroy this stop because we no longer want copper ore delivered here. We're going to drain these stations out. We're going to wait until they fill up the iron and copper plate trains, and then we're going to tear those foundries down. We also need a second iron plate train, and we need a second copper plate train, although I think that's relatively low importance right now. And I think everything else is already plugged into the bus, so we don't have a ton else to worry about there. Next step. Figuring out where we want a munitions factory to go. We have all of this new space that we've opened up, but what's your problem? Oh, is this the thing where I don't actually want to circuit these stations? Didn't I learn that last time and then... Nope, that's not the thing. What's all this about, then? You're trying to go to 141 molten iron drop-off. But it's full. You can't. Why do I have more than one train trying to go to all these stations? Do I really need to enable train limit? Let's try enabling train limit. Any place that we have more than one train that could potentially drive there. Now, this technically is fine, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll try it. The station goes full after a train tries to go there. It still tries to go there. Yeah, that's what I think is going on. So I think changing the train limit to 1 means that it will never try to summon more than one train at a time. And then we should be good. Yeah, so I'm just going to set train limits. You're the water train. How much water does this base consume right now? 26,000 a minute? That's just because the train pulled in. The normal rate is 30,000 a minute, which is 500 a second. And each of those pumps is 1,200. Yeah, so we're nowhere close to maxing out the water train. I can just leave that for a bit. I'm tempted to put the munitions factory in here. In all of this terrain, and then spur it off of this part of the rail stub, because I don't think this rail stub is going to go anywhere else. I'm probably never going to pull it all the way up to the mall. The munitions train is never really going to need to go to the mall. And as soon as these foundries are gone, you'll have a much easier time routing that rail in there. That's a very interesting idea. So let's take a look at some ratios. You make firearms, you make piercing rounds, you make uranium rounds. 5 iron per second makes 1.25 normal firearm rounds. Then you use 0.41. So the ratio for piercing round to normal round is like 3 to 1. I don't think there's a great way to do a tileable 3 to 1 factory, unfortunately. I think the best that you can do is 2 to 1. And I might be content enough with that ratio that I just do it anyway, because it's really convenient. So that would be something like that. And then you make 0.41 per second. Uranium rounds consume 0.12 per second. So the ratio is again 3 to 1. Actually, there's kind of a fun way that we could do this. I don't know if I like this. We'll find out if I do or not. I wonder... 1.6. 1.62. It's really close. We can run something like this. And you consume 6.49 iron plates per second. Jesus. So we could do 7 of you. 1, 2, 3. Oh, please don't build this. Don't build this. Don't build this. Do not build this. Stop. I appreciate your help, but I don't want you to help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You would probably insert like this. And then these would go like this. And then they would extract like this. That's kind of sick. Move it over. That's kind of a neat little tiled belt factory. We do have to use a single speed 2 to get it to work. But that's fine. We make speed 2s. And then if you ran 2 iron belts down that, you could get 14. And I think you're almost wide enough to do that. Oh, shit. You are wide enough to do that. Stop. You are wide enough to do that. Sort of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. We do need to leave a little bit of space for belting. We can build it to eat 7, and then we can update it to use 14 fairly easily if we want to. Starting here, I think, is where you can go. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And then down this side, you consume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times 2, 28. You're going to need 2 dedicated copper belts. And we can just barely manage to sideload you, I think. No, we can't. 14 is going to consume 29 copper plates. So the piercing rounds factories need a dedicated copper belt. And then they also need a steel belt. So they would go something like this. They're going to try and build it again. Move all this shit down. Stop trying to help. So you need 2 copper belts coming into this thing. You need 2 iron belts coming into this thing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, you only need 1 iron belt coming into this thing. Wait, why does it not see the speed 2? Why are you confused about the speed 2? You actually produce faster than that. Is it because it was a ghost? .49 times 7. Yeah, you eat 2 iron belts and 2 copper belts, and less than a half of 1 steel belt. And then you make 0.41 times 28. You make 11.5 piercing rounds per second. Then with your 11.5 piercing rounds per second, I think it was 11.48. Divided by 0.12. We could support 95 of these factories. Well, we're not going to be doing that. Military science is also going to use piercing rounds. How much of the piercing rounds is the military science going to eat? We are aiming for, I want to say 300 science per minute. Is that right? Does that ring any bells? I don't think we're going to be able to look far enough back in time. But sure, let's say we're doing 300. So if we make 0.25 in 1 machine... Hold on, my laser weapon damage. I'm fine with 1 rank. Let's get some of these volcanisticks out of the way. If we make 0.25 in 1 machine, and we want to do 300 science per minute, that's 0.25 times 60. That's 15 science per minute. That's 20 machines. 20 machines are producing 0.12, or consuming 0.12. They're consuming 7.2 per... No, wait, that's... No, that's... Hold on. This is the last thing I'm doing, then I'm going to bed, by the way, if you can't tell. 0.25 times 60. 300 divided by 15 is 20. You're going to have 20 factories. 20 times 0.12 is going to consume 2.4 piercing rounds per second. You make 0.41 times 28. You make 11.48. So you're going to have like 9 left over for uranium rounds. You're going to have 9 piercing rounds per second left over for uranium rounds. So 9 divided by 0.12. 75 factories. I still don't think I'm going to be making that many. That seems like a very high number. I think what we're probably going to do instead is we're going to run the red ammo back out like this. And we're just going to see how many of these I can make. About that many. Doubled. That is 52 assemblers. So 52 times 0.12 is 6 uranium rounds per second. I'm comfortable with that as a performance benchmark. I think that's a reasonable number. And if we need to, we can double this thing. So we could go like this. Like, once we clear up a little more space around the main base, we can go like that. And then we could go like this. Because I'm pretty sure that neither of these, like 0.12 times 54, it's only 6.48 per second. So we can feed a single two-sided belt into these machines and have them produce. The only other thing that I would then be worried about is production rate of U-235. How many centrifuges would we need for that? A centrifuge produces 0.08 per second, and one of these consumes 0.12 per second. So we'd probably need a rack of 64 centrifuges, and we're currently running 8. That would consume 0.83 ore per second times 64. It would consume a blue belt, so we need like a blue belt worth of centrifuges working, and that should be enough to keep the uranium processing going, assuming that we're using 6 ammo per second, which is probably not going to happen. But we're more than capable of producing a blue belt of uranium ore. We have a ton of uranium mines we haven't actually found. We've got this one with 936K. Never mind, we only know about one other uranium mine. That's all we've found? Holy shit. Wow, okay. I didn't realize that we found almost no uranium. Huh. I don't think that's a problem for keeping the nuclear reactor running, but it does mean I would really like to prioritize that batch. Like, how much uranium do we use per minute right now? Uranium ore. Uranium ore? Anybody? Uranium ore? Am I blind? I think we're producing so little, oh no, there it is. 5 per minute, okay. We're producing 5 uranium ore. No, we're producing, like, in aggregate. That's just because we kicked a new reactor on. We're producing about 10 per minute. We'll be fine. I think we'll be totally fine to do that. But yeah, that's what we're going to work on next time. We're going to build out this munitions factory. I think we've planned pretty much all of it. That's also going to complete a third of military science. The second third of military science is going to be grenades, which we have everything for, and we might just build on site because they basically have a 1-to-1 ratio to military science. And the last thing that we're going to need for military science is walls. I don't foresee putting walls on a train, but we do not currently have a stone train or a bricks train, and so that's something we're going to have to take care of next time. You will not be getting a 72-hour stream out of me tonight. I have been teaching all day, and I need to be up in 8 hours for consulting. So I'm going to go relax after stream a bit, wash my face, get a snack, all that kind of stuff, get 7 hours in, and then we'll go late tomorrow if you want to watch some Factorio. So if you want to know when we're going to be going live in the future, I've got a Discord. That is going to be your best way to find out when the stream is going live. I've got a VODs channel if you want to catch up stuff that's been happening on the channel in the past, and if you're interested in Guild Wars 2 content and you're just here to socialize, check out the YouTube channel to see updated guides, videos, and discussions about what's going on in World vs. World. I'll catch you guys around tomorrow for reset on our new teams, and then we'll pick up with Factorio after that. We are maybe 4 or 5 hours away from going to Fulgora. If it doesn't get done on Friday, depending on how long we stream, it'll probably get done over the weekend. So I will see you guys around for that. Very exciting to go to a new planet, but until then, almost Friday. Looking forward to weekend, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.